So for today we're gonna be doing legs, and I usually like to stretch out my quads before my squats. So I'm using a leg extension. I did about 3 sets, 10 reps. Just try to get that blood pumping into the muscle. Make sure you're adjusted right to the machine. You don't want to hurt your knee on your warm up. Make sure you're also getting full range of motion. And for leg days, I also like to wear flat shoes, so Vans or Chucks. They're pretty acceptable because they're not uneven on the surface. Okay, so now we go to squats. It's always good to start off with just the bar so you could stretch, get the feel for the pushing in your legs. So what I do is I like to stretch all the way down as to grass. I like to do this over stretching because it's actually better to mimic the exercise you're gonna do with no weight or just body weight rather than when stretching you're actually relaxing the muscle, which is the total opposite we want to do. We're gonna be doing 5 sets of 4. This is actually my third set. I built up to the weight. Have a spotter. If you're not sure, you could push the weight up. When I'm squatting, in my mind, I feel as if I'm pressing the floor with my legs. Well, of course, that's a squat, but I'm thinking that I'm pushing my actual legs through the floor, and that's what's making me push the bar up. So I'm done with that set, and it felt kind of light still. So if you could go up, go ahead, challenge yourself, put more weight on there. So right here, going for my fourth set, slow, controlled. Try to get as deep as you can. Have your core tight, your elbows in. Some people like to look up. I personally don't like to do that because it puts a lot of strain on my neck, but it helps people stay more straight when coming up. And last but not least, the fifth set. This is the most challenging set because this is where you just want to give up. I did 4 sets barely with the help of a spotter, but on my second rep, I was about to give up, but it's just that last little energy in you that makes you keep on going. Look, right here I felt I was gonna fail. Push it up, got my buddy over here helping me out. Got one more left. And up. And finally done with squats. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to a new exercise for me. It's called the Sumo Deadlift. I usually conventionally deadlift. So the difference between a Sumo Deadlift and a conventional deadlift is that in a Sumo Deadlift, your stance is somewhat wider. Like you're almost touching the plates with your feet, as you can see. You have your arms in between your legs, and you bring it up as a normal deadlift. But the only difference is your stance is wider. Some people say it's actually easier than normal ones, but I was having a hard time bringing up the weight. I did 5 sets of 4 for this and rested about 3 minutes between sets. Alright, now we're going up to the leg press. Also 5 sets of 4 and rest 3 minutes between sets. So I have my feet about shoulder width apart. Don't let your toes pass your knees when coming down because you could damage your knee like that. And make sure you're not coming in too deep. Too deep is when your butt starts to get off the pad. So as you can see, I'm going down right before my butt starts to get off the pad. And our last exercise is a Dumbbell Stiff Legged Deadlift. I did also 5 sets of 4. For this, make sure your legs are straight where you feel the stretch on your hamstring and come all the way down. Don't bend your back and squeeze your butt and